Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with a review of S.I.C. Kamen Rider Wizard Flame Style. So after, well, we're sort of moving past the O's figures. I still think they have a bit to do. They have now started on Wizard. They have jumped over Forze for whatever reason. But I'm happy about it because I love Wizard's design and I really love what they're actually doing with this line. I have no idea why I have him in this I'm King of the World pose, but whatever, we'll roll with it. So we'll take a very quick look at the box and then we're going to get it out here because it's kind of cumbersome and I need to show the accessories in its gigantic tray. We're actually going to move Haruto out of the way briefly. The packaging honestly comes off kind of generic, but it's cool at the same time. Like, you got Wizard spell circle around here, S.I.C. name is up here, you got just a bunch of sort of spell details on the front. Like, it looks really busy, but at the same time, for whatever reason, it looks kind of basic. On the side, you just get some sort of generic designs for the windows, and then on the back, it shows you what you can do with them, which is essentially a spoiler alert, but it comes with pieces to essentially form him into a version of the Pla Monsters. But so, yeah, a pretty neat packaging, but I don't know why it just comes off kind of generic. A really cool writing for his name, though. But yeah, I'm taking it out of there because it's kind of big. That's what she said. Now, before we take a look at the figure, since I'm going to need to pull this in frame for now, he's got quite a bit of accessories like S.I.Cs usually do. Right now, I do have his generic fists on him, which I usually switch out. Thank you. But you got a bunch of different hands. You got various, spellcasting hands, generic spellcasting pose hands, holding weapons hands, just all the pose hands you essentially need for these usually. As you can see, a foot just fell out. You get these 2 feet pieces, which are for his sort of Garuda form. Over here, which is really awesome, here is their stylized sword gun in sword mode. It is seriously freaking awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and put this down now. It's a lot longer than in the show, but you still have like some of the elements, like the clear details there. But seriously, this thing is slick. It's really badass and awesome. I absolutely love it. And then you have the gun mode here, which also has some slight liberties taken with it, which, like, this is what they're supposed to do, which is really awesome. And then here you can see the little, scanner, which you can take off. It actually can be a bit difficult. I'm surprised I got it on the first try, and swap out for the open hand version there, depending on what you're doing. It goes by these 2 little pegs here, and when I was, running through this figure, it was actually more difficult before, so I'm pretty surprised. You actually get 2 of them. You get a larger one for the sword, and then a smaller one for the gun. I don't know where the other one leaped to, but whatever. And then here you do actually get a Garuda Pla Monster, which is actually really cool. He's slightly stylized. He looks pretty similar to the show, though. You got the clear red plastic, but he overall looks pretty neat. It's really cool to actually have that. It makes a lot of sense since they're basing the forms off of it. Then you have all these pieces for the transformation. You got the wings here. Obviously, you can tell they're based off of Garuda. They have this really cool, like, spell design woven into it, and they're clear red. They're really cool. We will be switching those out. There we go. I found the other hand. Everybody celebrate. And then you've got his head, or that little hat piece, or headpiece, or whatever is going to be on. You can clearly see is based off of a Garuda. Like I said, we will be doing that shortly. Taking a look at the actual figure himself, we'll go over the articulation first. Pretty standard stuff. You got the ball joint here. It's almost like a bigger figure art. Swiveling, double elbow joint. You can swivel at his fist. His chest and waist do move, actually. Gets quite a bit of freed up here. Got a ball joint here, swiveling, double knee joint. You can move his foot around. You can't move it quite side to side as much because of his ankle bracelet here or whatever, or his anklet, I don't know. And you do have the toe action joint here a little bit too as well. Not quite as much. And then you have some head and neck articulation. So, like I said, it's essentially like a big figure art. A big art. That didn't work. But yeah, and S.I.Cs have a reputation for having looser joints. This one I actually don't have any problems with. I mean, they certainly don't feel as tight as figure art joints, but I do not feel like he's going to fall over or that I'm going to really loosen anything up when I'm moving him around. That sounded really gross, but you get the idea, is that he feels fairly solid. I really don't have any issues with him. So now let's just take a quick overall little pan of him. Don't fall over, buddy. Before we Garuda him up. Just without the Garuda, I really dig what they did with the design. Like I said, I love Wizard's design as is, and I think this one just looks really awesome. They just have all sorts of really neat details, like there on the shoulder, that little sort of dragon piece. I believe that's supposed to be a dragon, but just really awesome little details to it. You can see there's the ring holder there. We already saw his anklets close up. You got the belt there, which actually has some more stylized designs in it, if you can see, which is really awesome. The compoundness of his chest looks absolutely gorgeous. It's gorgeous! Oh my god. I don't know why I became Edna mode there for a second, but just all these really neat little details you can really appreciate when going over the figure. I really like the head sculpt. It actually kind of looks sort of almost dragon-esque in the way that they sort of stylized it, because Wizards it's very neat and tidy, but just on its own, without, you know, Garuda-ing him up, like I said, he looks really cool. As you can see there from the beginning of the review, those are actually on hinges as well, so you can get him in a sort of a flowing cape pose, which is really neat. But yeah, really, really gorgeous looking figure, just without fixing him up. But now we can make him Garuda, which is actually really easy. Super easy, actually. All you have to do is move these little pieces off the back here. They can take a little bit of work to get off the first time, and I like sort of how hidden it is. Like it's not an obvious like bit when you're transforming or anything like that. So then just turn these in and place them in here. Turn them in like this. Don't turn them into the police like, cops, I got Garuda wings here. I don't know why you would call the cops on them. And then the feet pieces are super easy. This is my left. There we go. I was trying to... Do they mean my left or their left? But they got a little peg here to just insert on the bottom. And they just kind of go on like slippers. Like little Garuda slippers. Come on. Alright. And there you go for that. Let's just set him down. Just because I'm afraid that he's going to be top heavy, I'm actually not going to spin him around. Since you already got it just to the back, I'm actually just going to sort of pan over him once I get it. Now, the last piece here is just this little piece here. Take it off. Be careful with it. I don't think these are that breakable like some other antennas, but definitely be careful. You always want to be careful with stuff like that. And then you just place it on top, and there you have Garuda Wizard, which is freaking awesome. Seriously, I love this idea. With the O's figures, you know what? YOLO, you only spin once. Let's spin him. He's gonna fall over now that I said that. But with O's figures, they really accentuated the animalistic parts of them and gave them really cool animal parts. And this was an idea that wasn't even like hinted of in the show, but I love the idea of taking the Pla Monsters and incorporating them into the design, which it looks really awesome. It's this really unique, cool thing that really sort of actually works with his design really well. I like it a lot. It's really cool. It's just something really unique that makes S.I.Cs unique. In general, S.I.Cs are more stylized figures, but these recent things like this and the O's animalistic things really add an extra level of uniqueness to it, which make these really great figures worth owning. It's just really awesome. I really like it a lot. So if you're a Wizard fan or a fan of S.I.Cs, I can definitely recommend this figure. I like it quite a bit. I don't think I'm like it quite as much as some of the O's ones, because those are pretty awesome with the animal elements, but this is still awesome. I love the bird formation on him for Garuda, and I just think it's a really good figure. I don't have any loose joint problems. Just even without the bird parts, I think he looks really good, and it has lots of really awesome details they did, and they sort of merged this modern-ish Wizard style with a bit more of an ancient flair to it, which is really cool. And I'm looking forward to seeing what else they do. I think Water Styles has been announced. I don't remember if it's exclusive or not, but I'm looking forward to seeing what they do, especially when they get to like Dragon and Infinity and stuff. And if they do Beast, I think if they do something with Chimera, that could be really awesome. Alright, but anyway, that's about it. Until next time, make sure you check out the Crazy Podcast at writersrangersrambles.com. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, it's Dawson Rider, signing out.